The next chapter is crystal field theory. In this chapter we can discuss crystal field effect, octahedral symmetry, crystal field stabilization energy, crystal field effect for weak and strong field, tetrahedral symmetry, factor affecting the magnitude of crystal field splitting, spectrochemical series, comparison of crystal field for octahedral and tetrahedral complexes, tetragonal distortion of octahedral geometry, John-Taylor distortion and square planar coordination. So first of all, start with the introduction. There are mainly three theories which are used to describe the nature of the metal bonding in coordination compound. The first one is the balanced bond theory. It was developed by Linus Pauling, and this theory is already discussed in detail in the previous chapter. Second one is the crystal field theory. It was proposed by Hans Bethe and J.H. Van Black in 1930. And third one is the ligand field theory. It was developed by John Stanley Grith and Losley Orgel in 1930. In this chapter we can discuss in detail about the crystal field theory. So let us first start with the introduction. As we already discussed about valence bond theory, this theory assumed bonding between metal ion and the ligand as purely covalent in nature. The crystal field theory, which is developed by H. Bethe and B. Black in 1930, which is proved to be far more successful in explaining the bonding in and the property of the coordination complexes. According to this theory, the bonding between central metal ion and the ligand is assumed to be purely ionic or electrostatic due to either attraction between oppositely charged ion or between the central positive ion and the negative end of the dipolar molecule. The metal and ligand are considered as a point charge in this theory. This theory largely neglected by the chemists, who were at that time generally more involved with the covalent bonds. In this theory, the complexes is regarded as a combination of central metal ion, which is surrounded by other ion or the molecule with electrical dipoles. The electric field of the central ion will be affect the surrounding ligand, while the combined field of ligand influence the electron of the central cations. So it is all about the introduction of the crystal field theory. So before discussing crystal field theory in detail, let us first discuss about the shape of the d orbitals. As we already know that there are 5 d orbitals which are designated as dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square y square and dz square. So in this case, 3 orbitals which are dx, dy, z and zx are identical, and each consists of 4 lobes of high electron density, which are lying in case of xy between these x and y axis, and in case of yz, which are lying in between y and z axis, and in case of z axis, these lobes are lying in between z and x plane respectively. So these are the 3 identical orbitals. Similarly, dx square y square orbital also consists of 4 lobes of high electron density, and these are lying on the principal axis of x and y. So this one is the x-axis and this one is the y-axis. So these lobes are lying on these two principal axes. This orbital, it is almost similar to dxy orbital. The only difference is that it is rotated through 45 degree around this z axis. Then third one is the dz square orbital, consists of only 2 lobes along z axis with a ring of high electron density in the x, y planes. So these are the 5 d orbitals. The first 3 orbitals having electron density for lobes in between these mentioned axes, while in case of later 2 they are lying on the principal axis. So it is all about the shape of the d orbitals. Then let us consider the main points of crystal field theory. The silent feature of crystal field theory can be summarized with following points. So let us discuss them. First of all, the transition metal cation is surrounded by ligand with lone pair of electron. The ligand are taken as point charge, which are either ionic, such as fluoride, chloride, cyanide, or molecule such as water molecule, ammonia molecule, and carbonyl with negative end of their dipole oriented toward the metal cations. The attraction between metal cation and the negative end of the ligand is assumed to be electrostatic and purely ionic in nature. The valence electron of the metal will be repelled by the negative field of the ligand. These electrons may preferably occupy those d orbital which will have their lobe away from the direction of the ligand. Then next, the number of the ligand and their arrangement around the center metal ion will be different. Effect on the relative energy of the 5d orbital. Thus, crystal field splitting will be different in different structure with different coordination. Then the spectra of the transition metal complexes can be explained in terms of electronic transition between the various d orbital of different energies. Then next, the magnetic property depend upon the splitting of d orbital of the center metal cation in different crystal fields. And the last, it also explains why certain geometry are more favored than other by certain metal in terms of crystal field stabilization energy. So these are the main point of crystal field theory.